Good morning. Well, let me start off saying this right first. Good afternoon in Britain. Good morning, America. And good evening in the Philippines. How is everyone doing this great, lovely morning? And if y'all can do me a favor, please, y'all know what I'm about to say. So please go ahead and do it. Can y'all please hit that like button for me? If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't taken my poll, please take the poll as well. My poll is asking this morning, why are expats leaving the Philippines? Immigration laws are changing. The country isn't friendly to expats. Too many expats are living there. It's cheaper in Thailand. So y'all please do two things for me. Hit the thumbs up for me and also take my poll. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So here we go on another Sunday morning. We have had two videos dropped by the idiot from down under. And the videos were very interesting, especially the first one I'm gonna talk about, because for some reason he's so delusional that he really believes that Brian needs him. He really believes that Brian only needs GD Me to make his channel pop. And what I mean by pop, to make it successful. When I was listening to that garbage, that trash, I was just thinking to myself, how can a man be so delusional that he thinks a man who puts out content every day of the week down there, and none of that content is about him? But if he does one live stream where they talks about him a lot in that live stream, he goes to make a video saying that Brian needs him. Just make that make sense for me, please. Brian does one live stream and talks about GD Me a little bit in that live stream. And GD Me just ignores every video that Brian have put out in the last 2 or 3 weeks that had nothing to do with him. The man is delusional. The man is so delusional. It is like he's so desperate for content that he just makes shit up in his head just to make a video. You know, and I'm like, who want to listen to this BS? And like I told y'all yesterday, anytime this dude is talking about a subject, he's projecting because he's talking about himself. He needs Brian to stay on YouTube. Brian don't need him to stay on YouTube. It's the opposite. But in his small brain, he really think Brian needs him. But that's GD's mind. That's the idiot's mind. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I can't figure it out. I go around here and I look at these videos, and this is why I can't really watch him, because there is no content there really. You know, he jumps in his car this morning or yesterday morning. He drives around casino, and he's talking about Brian. Just because Brian, GD, he loves for Brian to mention his name so he can go make a video. It has never failed. Every time Brian mentions his name, he goes to make a video. But this is the same guy who claims that he don't watch Brian. Just like he claimed he don't watch the Jungle Bunny. But, and GD, I want to thank you for the promotion. I really want to thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you reaching out to all your 3 people and telling them to come over here and watch my channel. You know, you got such a big audience. You know, you got so many people watching you, GD, that, you know, you just going to make my channel pop. You know, you're going to make my channel very successful by promoting it. You know, I'm pretty sure people just lining up, watching your videos and saying, let me go find out who this person is that Jeff is calling a Jungle Bunny this morning. That really make people want to follow you too, Jeff, by using those racial terms. You know, it really makes people want to follow you, right? See, Jeff, that's one reason why you don't have people comment in your comment section anymore, because they don't want to be seen with you anymore because they're embarrassed by you. Then someone just undercover. You know, they don't want to be seen knowing that they support you, knowing that you're a racist, and they don't want to be seen over there in your comment section knowing that you're a racist. So they're hiding. So that's why they don't make comments anymore. So it's two things. Either they're embarrassed or they just don't want people to know that they're supporting you because you're a racist. So understand that also, GD. But that's something else that you just are delusional about. You don't understand why you don't get comments in your comment section anymore. You don't understand why people don't come to your live streams anymore, because they don't want to be associated with a racist. See, you're killing your own channel. You know, you tried to kill Brian's channel, but instead of killing Brian's channel, you killed your own channel. Just understand that. You killed your own channel with your own behavior, with your lies and your racist antics. That's how you killed your channel. See, when you say you only tell the truth, that's another delusional statement, because everybody knows that you only lie. You only tell lies. That's all you do. And people are sick of it. See, you can say whatever you want to say about me, but at the same time, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why I don't get the views I used to get, why people don't come to my channel anymore in my live streams, why people don't leave comments anymore under my videos. Ask yourself those questions. And I'm the one that's the bad guy, right? I'm the one that's the jungle bunny, right? But at the same time, I'm the one getting more views than you now. I'm the one who get more people in my chat than you now. I'm the one who gets the engagement on my videos and in my live streams. You don't get none of that. You sit there by yourself, or you might have one of those bombs like the sneaky guy from San Francisco, or the Wayne guy, you know, or the Michael guy. One of those three idiots who might come over there and join you every now and then. But other than that, you're just a lonely old man. You're lonely in your real life, and you're lonely on YouTube now. What a combination. You have no one to turn to now. Not in your real life or, you know, on the internet. You have ruined everything for you. Your entire life is a walking disaster. Now, from my understanding, you want to sell that camper that you have outside your home. You want to put a for sale sign on that. But I'm going to ask you a question. What do you use of going and hooking up that trailer and towing it down to a service station and parking it for 24 hours and put a for sale signs on it, then coming back the next day and get it and pick it back up? What is the purpose of that? Only an idiot would do some shit like that. When I heard you say that, I'm like, what is this idiot thinking about? How are you going to sell a camper in 24 hours? Really? Are you serious? You are going to go park your camper at a service station for 24 hours, then go pick it up and bring it back home. What an idiot you are. This dude is an idiot. This is another reason why I can't take this guy serious. Listen to some of the shit he says. He actually says this shit out loud. He's going to get a couple guys that come in, help him hook up this trailer to his vehicle to tow it down to the service station just for 24 hours, and he's trying to sell it. Do that make any sense? Am I the only one? Am I the only one who caught that? That this idiot want to sell this camper, but he going to park it down there for 24 hours. Okay. All right. Good luck with that one. But I'm the jungle bunny, though. Okay. Well, this jungle bunny is much smarter than you idiot, than you are, you idiot. It is amazing. It is really amazing. And then on top of that, he just bought this camper a few months ago, right? Now, from what he said on his video, the camper had been parked on the street with a for sale sign on it for months. So he bought something just to sell it, just like he bought the Falcon. Now, he just bought this Falcon at the beginning of the year, I believe. Now he's selling that. He want to sell that now. See, this dude is all over the place. He's fucking lost. He's fucking lost. But at the same time, now keep this in mind also. He's supposed to be dead by Christmas. he's supposed to be dead by Christmas. Keep that in mind. He's doing all this selling, but he's supposed to be dead by Christmas. And these are his words, not my words. Oh my God. It is crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry, guys. I totally forgot to do the roll call. I am so sorry. I just jumped into this. I was so hyped because of the videos I seen this morning that I forgot to do the roll call. So let me do the roll calls right quick. What's up, box of wine? Box of wine. Come on, man. You cannot box of wine. Stop it. Look. Next time he come and pick you up, box of wine, tell him you do not want to go. He's dying, and you do not want to go with him next time. So make sure, box of wine, you tell him next time. You make it plain to him. I do not want to go with you. I'm going to try to help you save your life. All right. What's up, MJ? What's up, GD Meaty? What's up, Willard? What's up, Gwenny? Who else I got? Let me get everybody right quick. I'm going through this list right quick. What's up, Andy? What's up, Trent? What's up, Wayne? I know I seen Marvin. What's up, Marvin? What's up, Van? What's up, Stacy? O'Neill's in the house. Is that everybody for right now? Gary's in the house. Oh, let me stop. Alberta is in the house. What's up, Alberta? Cowgirl. Long time no see, Alberta Cowgirl. Hey, how's Gary doing, Alberta? I think I got everybody. What's up, Filipina? Filipina's in the house. Beamer's in the house. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So for the ones who just came through the door, who just knocked at the door and broke the door in, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And also, please participate in my poll up there, please. I really appreciate it. But let me say this also. And yesterday, the live stream from yesterday, Saturday, was great. I really appreciated it. I really appreciated it. I really had fun for 3 hours. I was open 3 hours. I realized I was open for 3 hours yesterday. What was it, 3 or 2.5? I think it was 2.5. But either way, I enjoyed it. Like I said, we got into different topics on that live, and actually, with the poll, that poll drives some of the topics also during the live stream. So that's another reason why I'm doing these off-topic polls. They're not about GD Meat. They're about other things other than GD Meat. And the reason why, because I want to really talk about those things as we talk about the idiot from down under. Kind of like bring it all into the same form, you know, in a sense, just to keep things from getting stale. Because I know talking about GD Meat every day or every live can get stale sometimes. So in order to break that up, I'm going to kind of integrate some other type of topics also. So that's what the poll is all about. So please take the poll. If you haven't taken the poll, please do. And like I said, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And I'm really pushing the thumbs up button because it really drives traffic to the channel, and it really drives traffic to my videos. And like I said, having a channel that monetizes, I would like to maximize my earnings on YouTube as much as possible. So that's the reason why I'm pushing the thumbs up button. So please participate with thumbs up. I really appreciate that too. All right, let's get back to the idiot from down on. Now, the second video that the idiot did, you know, I only can laugh at the idiot with the second video he did because he shows his true self. And like I said, every time he do something like that, only thing he's doing is showing the people who he really is. And now I don't know if he thinks that he's really making people gravitate towards him with those type of videos, but they're not. So Jeff, keep it up. Keep making those videos. Make more of those videos. Just don't talk about Jungle Bunny. Go into other racial uh sayings also, not just the Jungle Bunny. Say as much racism if you want on your channel. Because I just want you to realize, if you think that's helping you, keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Don't stop. I'll be anything you want me to be. Just don't stop. Please don't stop. Because I'm enjoying this. And I'm enjoying it because I know what's going to happen down the road. See, you're closer to seeing your maker than I am. See, and people like you fail to realize hate only breeds hate. See, so by you hating me or hating my skin color, it ain't doing you no good. Because people will begin to hate you even more. And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about other people. And that's why your channel is dying the way it's dying, because people sees the type of person that you really are. They see all that hate in you. They see an old, grumpy, torn down man, and they don't feel sorry for you. They dislike you. They run from you. They want to run from you because you're miserable. That's what you are. And you fail to understand that whole concept. You are making yourself look like an angry, old, decrepit old man. That's what you're doing. And you don't even understand it. You're drunk. You know what? You are several things that I don't want to be when I get 65, 67 years old. I don't want to be a wino. I don't want to be a lonely old man. I don't want to be a idiot at 65, 66 years old. I don't want to be a man filled with hate at that age. All those things I don't want to be, and that's what you are. That is exactly what you are. You're a man filled with hate. You're a man who drinks himself to death, who's going to drink himself to death. You're a lonely old man who don't have no friends on YouTube or even off of YouTube. Your family don't even love you. Your family don't care nothing about you. Because they did, they'd be telling you to sit your ass down somewhere and stay off of YouTube so much. Stop stalking a man who's not even paying attention to you anymore. He mentioned you one time and you act like an old schoolgirl. You get excited. Brian talked about me. Brian talked about me. Ooh, Brian talked about me. Oh, you're so happy that Brian talked about you that you don't know what to do with yourself. You're like a little streaming teenage girl. You jumps in your car and you start saying, oh, look, everybody. Brian, he talked about me. Oh, he talked about me. Oh, he talked about me. You're so happy. I guarantee you went home and you looked at your wife and said, oh, I ain't worried about you because Brian talked about me today. You're so happy. It's crazy. I know, Gwen, you don't come around too often, so you wouldn't know what I was talking about. But yeah, dude, Brian did one video. You act like Brian have been talking about you all week. You act like Brian have made 10 videos about you. He did a live stream and your name came up and they started talking about you. And you all of a sudden just went giddy. Oh, Brian talked about me. Oh my God, Brian talked about me. I love Brian. I love Brian so much. He talked about me. Ooh, he made me feel so important because he talked about me. That's the way he was acting in his car. This guy actually jumped in his car drove around casino just to say that Brian talked about him. You know, maybe I know what it was. See, he couldn't stay at home and do it because he didn't want Elaine to get jealous because he was talking about Brian. You know, that's what it was. That's why he had to jump in his car and drive around casino in order to talk about Brian. Because you notice the last couple of videos he made about Brian, he been riding, you know. So I think Elaine might be getting a little jealous because he's spending too much time on Brian, you know. See, that's a crying shame when your wife is jealous of a man on the internet because you talk about him so much. It's crazy. But at the same time, he's the same guy who said he doesn't watch Brian. So if you don't watch Brian, how do you know so much about Brian? How do you know he did a live stream yesterday talking about you? If you don't watch him, how do you know anything that he's doing on his farm if you don't watch him? Because you don't have an audience to tell you. I'm pretty sure you don't have an audience. Then again, you know what it is? I know what it is. You're over there talking about, you're sneaking over there and watching Doc Shitbag channel. And that's why you know, right? Because Doc Shitbag channel is bigger than your channel now. And all your people, all your ex-followers are over there in that chat now. That's what it is, right? That's how you know. No, you don't watch Brian. You watch Doc Shitbag. And that's how you get all your information, right? Jeff has Brian on his mind 24/7, and Jeff doesn't spend time or care about me. Me not happy. I understand, Elaine. Elaine, I feel I got sympathy for you. When your man is actually cheating on you with another man online, I feel you, Elaine. I got you. I don't know what to say, Elaine, but only thing I can say, go find yourself another sausage somewhere. You know, get yourself a real sausage. Since your man at home is in love with a man on the internet, go find yourself another piece of sausage. That's the only thing I can say, Elaine. That's my advice to you. You know, if I was in Australia, you know, Elaine, if I was in Australia, you know, I would invite you to the Jungle's Bunny home. You know, if I lived in Australia, I let you come on over. We'll talk, you know. While he was on the internet talking about Brian, me and you be doing a little talking. You know, I'll be calling up with, you know, we'll do a little something, you know. You know, you work at the sausage factory, right? Well, you know, we can do that thing. It's me and you, Elaine. Me and you. Me and you and the Jungle Bunny. You know, we can get down like that, you know. We can get down. But like I said, I'm not in Australia, so ain't nothing I can do. I wish I was, because if I was, Elaine, you wouldn't be lonely. I guarantee you wouldn't be lonely if I was in Australia. I guarantee you, you had to worry about your man spending time with another man online. Guarantee you that. You wouldn't even care. Better yet, you'll put him out. Hey, box of wine. Look, box of wine. I'm going to have a box of wine before I get there, man. So my glasses is going to be a little blurry, man. Oh my God. Oh man. I said then my boyfriend would move. I said then my boyfriend would move in my house after Jeff is gone. We would be happy. I said no problem, Gwenny. Let me read some of the comments on the sausage feces over on Sex Pack Forum. Yeah, you're right about that. Elaine, we need to find some BBC. Hey, Alberta Cowgirl. Hey, Gary, hey, you better be careful. He gonna cut you off. All that money he's sending you, you better be careful now. He's sending you a lot of money. I seen them videos that Bill put up. Yeah, he was sending you some dough. You better be careful. You don't want to lose all that money he's sending you now. Now he's a real sugar daddy. He's a sugar daddy. Oh, let's see. What else I got here? I said, well, I need to change my name to 2 boxes of wine. Nah. Actually, box of wine, you need 3 or 4. I need at least 3 or 4. I gotta be good and toasty. My eyes gotta be real blurry when I step into that. You know, Gary Allen's Canadian kind. Canadian kind. His wife has 5 damn kids. Whose wife got 5 kids? You talking about Alberta? Or you talking about Elaine? White sofas for sale in the pool room. Nah, GD, nah, he can't sell that white couch. That white couch, when he passes on next month by Christmas, I'm moving in there. They're gonna be my white couch, I'm gonna be laying on that couch. Oh, the Canadian cowboy, Gary Charles. Oh my God. Oh, she got 5 kids. Oh, that's why he's sending all that money to her. Then 5 kids. She got a lot of kids to take care of. God damn. Van and Andy, y'all coming up? I'm pretty much done with my commentary. And I want to thank everybody who has participated in the poll so far. I got 28 votes on the poll. The leading one is cheaper in Thailand. 43% saying that's why a lot of expats are leaving the Philippines, because Thailand is cheaper. In which I heard that it is cheaper in Thailand. So it does make sense. Oh, I forgot, Andy, you can't see the link. Andy, you still can't see the link? It's not really cheaper over there, Doc? I had to do unspeakable things to support my child. Well, Alberta Cowgirl, let me ask you a question. What things have you had to do? I know you had to sleep with Gary Charles. I know that much, which I know that's very disgusting, even having him touching you like that. So what else? What other things have you had to do that was unthinkable that you had to do? All right, Doc. Betty Bailey? I don't remember her. Who was that, Stacy? What's up, Andy?
Hey, Gary.
You sounding good today. You sound real
Oh,
good.
yeah. I just did a little bit of a check online to see how the audio and video was coming across.
Okay, you sound
We
real
just
good
got
today. Real
this
good.
somehow this is goes into private chat. Get back into the comments. Philippines just turned in.
You
Okay,
asking for a
we're good.
friend, Filipino? I bet you are. She's a follower.
Gary. Last night I was kind of I was kind of drunk.
Yeah.
Much
You was
the
a little.
same way as
You was a couple. You're a couple.
much the same way as I am tonight.
Nah, you're a little better tonight. You're starting off, so I'm not sure. But last night at the end, you was kind of toasted.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. So apologies to Vinny Tough, and
You know that was a fake Vinny, so you got to apologize to the troll.
yeah, that mother has to come up and show his face, to actually be recognized after how long has he been missing? Like nigh on 5 years. He has the same photograph for the past 20 years.
Yeah, that's why I said that's why I know it was a troll last night, because basically,
Yeah.
he didn't have a picture; it was just a letter. So, But so what you think about GD's? Did you check out any of those videos?
I just caught the last one he put up about 20 minutes ago, or 30 minutes ago. He was asking his one subscriber to come over and have a look at what you're
Right,
doing.
his whole
I think
total of one
is
subscriber.
that what was his name? Win Grendel or
Oh,
something?
Wayne Grandel.
Oh yeah, that fellow.
Wayne. Yeah, Wayne. That's the well, he has Wayne, he has Michael Young, and he has the dude from San Francisco that came to visit him, the one that slept in his bed, the one that he sucked off. They sucked each other off. You know.
Anyway, if GD wants to know what money looks like in the Philippines, here it is.
That's too much money for him.
There it is.
Andy, he don't know what that means, Andy. That's too much money for him.
There it is. Do you reckon he's
it's kind of strange. He bought a camper a few months ago. He bought a car at the beginning of the year. All of a sudden now he's selling both of them.
Well, there you go, GD. I could buy that camper. Well, actually, I wouldn't buy that fucking camper. I'd buy a fucking brand new one.
Well, he's trying to sell his camper now. He's going to take his camper down to the service station, and he's going to park it for 24 hours and see can he sell it in 24 hours.
Hey, Van, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, Van?
Yeah, it's going great.
How was your day? How was your day, man? How was your Sunday?
10. She's all worried about the typhoon blowing in. She got up at 6 in the morning, went and got my beer. I was like, okay, good deal, baby.
6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, and the maid ain't working today, and it rained. It rained maybe 15 minutes out of the whole day. Big typhoon. She worried about it since yesterday.
Well, that shows how much she loves you. She got up this morning at 6 o'clock. You wanted to make sure you had your red horse. So that shows you the love she has for you. You have to give her credit for that.
No, man, she had to go down and get her some fresh fresh fish.
Oh, that's what it was.
She just used me for an excuse to spend my money.
Yeah,
she ain't dumb.
Well, that's the way it usually works.
Man, I got drenched yesterday. Absolutely drenched. I was caught between SM Mall and getting back. It's only about 50 meters between SM Mall and the hotel here, and I got pissed off. Absolutely, everything is gone.
Is that new mall on the bay? Andy, that SM, is that the new one on in Cebu?
That's been, are you talking about about 3 years ago? No, just after COVID. Well, just before COVID, when the whole thing burnt down. You talking about that?
No, they built a new one. I thought on the bay at Cebu.
No.
South of downtown.
No, I'm not in Cebu at the moment. I'm on Homo.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's on Real Street. For informational purposes for GDs of benefit.
Well, actually, GD is actually invited to come over if you want. I know you listen to GD. Since you invited your followers, all 2-3 of your followers over here. If you want to come over here and participate, you can. You're more than welcome. I can care less. We're not going to block. I would love to.
Gary, who are we talking about?
GD.
Are we talking about Wayne Grendel? There's only one fucking. He only has one follower.
Well, no. He got the sneaky guy that one he sucked off last week.
Oh, the sneaky fucker. The sneaky fucker snuck back to America.
Yeah, but yeah, he had to go back. I think he came there just to get sucked off. So now he's going back home. So that's a follower, So you got to understand. He came there for a purpose. His purpose of going there was to suck him off. Well, they can
That
suck each other off. They can suck each
that
other off. Then he goes back.
that's pretty bad. Here you got this gay Asian dude that lives in the gay bay, and he can't even pick up a boy to bang him. He got to come do GD. Good God. And get him drunk.
Oh man. But that's
Yeah,
GD life, man. You know,
but
it's kind of crazy when you don't have any friends. You have to fly your friends in. You actually fly your friends in.
Granny's asking, am I in Omok?
You on Leyte?
And she says
Oh, she
she's
on
in
Leyte.
Leyte.
Oh, she on
So,
Leyte.
Granny, Leyte's a fucking motherfucking great place. Well, I mean, well, let's say it's a great place. I mean, it's a huge place. So you gotta actually pinpoint where you are, and then we can have a beer. I can meet you in Lorenzo tomorrow morning.
Oh, calm down, Andy. Calm down now. Calm down now.
No, is Gwenny a woman?
Yeah, she's a woman.
Oh my goodness!
Are you trying to hook up? Are you trying to hook up, Andy?
Well, I do prefer the female company from time to time.
I got you. I got you. Ain't no harm in that. As long as you ain't doing what Jeff doing. As long as you ain't trying to hook up with the other sex, the same sex.
Absolutely. I don't want to get bent over with those Filipino boys or the what they call them, the OFWs over there in casino.
She says she's a lady boy. She's not a lady boy.
Who said? Who said? Ah, Granny, you're a lady boy. Do you have long legs?
Y'all crazy. But yeah, but getting back to Jeff. But now though, so I seen a little bit on Brian's live from yesterday morning, but I didn't see the whole thing. But when I clicked in, they wasn't talking about Jeff. So I don't understand where Jeff get this from. That Brian was talking about him the entire live. Was that true? Is that true, Van?
Nah. Mentioned him a little bit, but talked about a lot of other things than GD. You know, GD, he's about a 3-minute conversation.
Well, if you listen to GD's video, that 17-minute video, you would think that the entire live was about GD. The way he was trying to make it portray it, he was portraying it like, "Oh, Brian talked about me the entire live. I was the entire content. He needs me. He needs me for content."
Yeah, but was he speaking Visayan, Maga, Gabi Gabi?
Oh, well.
He did serenade everybody at the end of the video, though. He really got into it.
What the Maggie, Gabi Gabi?
The Maggie. Hey, Andy. She said,
Yes,
"Just
sir.
let me know if you're down to meet. My pleasure to meet you then."
That's the moment. Where are we? Just let me know if you're down to meet. My pleasure to meet you. Then. Now that sounds a bit.
Are we doing a hookup?
No.
Are we doing a
That
hookup
guy.
show today?
This Gwenny guy. It sounds a bit too.
No, it's a girl for real. It is a girl. It's a girl.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a girl.
It sounds. That's a bit.
It's a girl.
Let me know if you're down to meet. My pleasure to meet you then. My. Okay, Gwenny, what kind of shoes do you wear?
But anyway, so what I was going to say? Hold on,
Gwenny, what I'm saying is, I hope you don't turn up to Lorenzo's with slippers on. You know those grass slippers. You know, flip flops. What do you call them in America?
Flip flops.
Yeah. Oh, you call them flip flops? Okay.
Yeah, flip flops.
Sorry.
Sliders.
No,
anyway, Gwenny,
that's a limited amount of people that call them sliders, Gary.
Well,
yeah, if you turn up on those on those rubber boots or the rubber soled thingies. Who's Lorenzo? Gwenny. That is the main, like Hotel Philippe on
that's a hotel. You invited to a
Hotel
hotel?
Philippe on Ormoc Port Hotel, Ormoc Port. There you that mother crashes into that thing every 3 weeks.
Oh, you invited her to a hotel there, Andy? Lorenzo's the hotel?
And he got his man cave up in the hills.
No, Granny, Lorenzo is the cafe.
Oh, it's a cafe. Okay.
It's to the left of Hotel Philippe.
Well, Andy, is my fan bothering you today?
Nah.
No, it's
I don't
absolutely.
hear your fan today. Your fan on today?
You're cool.
My fan's on every day.
Well, you cool today, girl. I don't even hit a fan myself today.
Doc M just said he corrected me whenever I said wrong. It's flip flops.
Yeah, it's flip flops. Yeah, but so do y'all think GD is going to survive to Christmas?
I hope he lives 2 more and suffers every day of it.
Suffer?
Yeah.
Well, you got to understand something. When you're evil, like GD is, you can never suffer because you don't have no heart, no compassion, no sympathy, no empathy. So if you're out of those things, that means your heart is made of concrete.
Well, when you can't get your breath, believe me, he gonna be suffering. I hope he has 2 years with shortness of breath. He can't get a breath for nothing.
Gwenny in Tacloban, that's about 2.5. No, I would say 3 hours ride on the.
Oh, I'm glad Filipino said that. Now,
jeepney.
I'm not sure what is the conversion rate from Australian dollars to American dollars at this point in time. But he claimed that the neighborhood he was riding through was $1 million homes.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, I'm not sure what the conversion rate is, but he claims that he was riding through a neighborhood that was $1 million homes. I'm like, those homes do not look like they're worth $1 million.
They'll step up from the ghetto.
Oh,
yes, Gwenny, it is 3 hours from Ormoc to Tacloban.
It's a box of wine. Quick check on the house price. 17 Laurel Ave is laughable. 95% of the other areas in Australia he bought in 2020 and only seen a minor increase in value, where most other areas have went up. So, in other words, his house is in a ghetto. That's why the value is not going up.
Well, he moved from Sydney to drive through crack house to where he lives, so he stepped up a little bit. He got an automatic garage opener. Hell, he's rich.
Marvin, stop bragging, man. I know you live at. Stop bragging, Marvin. Stop bragging, Marvin.
Yeah.
I know Marvin that. Marvin up there in Gwinnett County, where all the money at. Money.
Hey, Marvin, I want to ride a quarter horse. I got the saddle. The saddle is worth more than the horse.
I looked at the Australian website called Domain, and there are no $1 million homes in casino. So, in other words, he just made up another lie. There's no $1 million homes in casino.
Gary, I think the Aussie dollar is like 75 to our dollar, 75 cents to our dollar.
So basically, those are not $1 million homes. Even in Australian dollars, they're not.
That camper's $250,000 camper.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I looked at it and I was astonished. I was like, damn, I need that camera my damn self. It's so expensive. It looks so expensive.
Gwenny, I am already in Ormoc. I'm staying over in GV hotels.
No,
Do
she
the
asking you.
old
No, she
do
asking
the
you.
old keyboard.
She's saying, do you want her to meet you there?
The
She can
ferry
make
leaves at about 12:30.
just a moment. Brittany, do you have any money?
She got to pay you too. Damn.
I didn't say that, Gwen. Man,
Oh,
Well, I
you
would have.
know, you know what it's like in Omak. Everybody's got the hand out,
mhm.
and I've got to do the same. I got to be the same style as everybody else, if I want to fit in, you know.
Well, y'all keep saying he lied again. Y'all should be used to that. That's all he do is lie. You should be surprised when he tell the truth. You should not be
He
surprised
had.
if he lied again. You should be surprised if he tell the truth again.
Has he told the truth?
I can't recall the last time he told the truth. I'm a little lost on that one.
what confession are we talking about?
Huh?
Is GD made a Catholic?
No, I remember he's an atheist. He don't
No, but
believe.
Yeah.
he does Catholic confessions. He tells the truth.
You mean he lying? He's lying. You got to
Wow.
realize his lies are like you telling the truth.
Now, Andy, you need to know, since you live here, that the Catholic, they lie, cheat, steal Monday through Saturday and go to confession on Sunday and start the next week with a clean slate.
You never got my pen. Last night I put a pack of Marlboro down and a lighter on top of it, and I woke up the following morning. Well, actually, I woke up this morning. My fucking lighter was gone. I didn't mind cigarettes, going, but my fucking lighter.
What happened to you in the middle of the night that
Oh,
you're not aware of, Andy?
like, no,
Did you
hang
have a
on, hold
visitor?
tight a minute.
Not know you had a visitor?
There's an ordinance here in Omaha. You can't fucking smoke. There's no
Get out.
smoking here.
Oh, you can't smoke inside the room?
There's an ordinance here. There's a no smoking ordinance in Omaha. You can't. You have to find a hidey hole. You can't smoke in a hotel, so you have to walk a little bit. Make a friend to a stray dog and just tuck in with him and try and have a little puff.
I got a 500 peso ticket in Las Piñas for smoking on the sidewalk.
What you did?
Smoking on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Well,
I said, they put me in the little cop truck and took me down to the little station, and I said, well, how much is this? They bumped me to the front of the line so I don't hear what the Filipinos' problem is, right? And I said, well, how much is this fine? The guy said 500, or you can do community service. I said, well, can I send my maid down here and have her do the community service since I pay her? And they looked at me like I was crazy. And I whipped out 500, handed it to him, said, you boys have a good lunch, okay?
He asked you a question.
Gary, this is a fact. This is a fact. You can get done for smoking on the street here.
So you telling me that you cannot even? I understand the hotel room because everywhere in America today.
No, I'm not talking about hotel. I'm talking about out there on the pavement.
So you cannot smoke outside on the pavement.
Absolutely, no smoking.
God damn.
That's right. That's what happened to Van.
Damn. Now that's so outrageous. Now that's.
I walked outside of this store and walked out on the steps by the sidewalk, pulled out a cigarette and lit it up, and I looked right in front of me, and there was two Filipinos standing by a van with the door open, and I took a right and started walking, and this Filipino was like, oi, 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 and I stopped and I looked at it. I looked at him, and I thought he wanted a cigarette, and I said, hey, man, I ain't got no more cigarettes. He said, no, in the truck, in the truck. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he pointed at that P&P truck. And hell, I walked over, got in the truck, smoking a cigarette. And he like, oh no, out, put that out. So I just thumped it out the back of the truck, and boy, he went ape shit then.
Oh,
Yeah,
but you know the funny
Gary,
thing about
Gary,
that though. This is the
you,
funny thing about that though. Now you can't smoke on the street, right? But
right?
they have no kind of emission tests over there for the cars.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do
Yeah,
everywhere.
you just you just slip a 500 and they pass you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can escape it.
Because I'm like,
Actually, you can give them 502 cigarettes.
oh, give them 502 cigarettes, you can pass the
Yeah,
inspection.
two sticks. 2 sticks and you're gone. You're out
That's
of it.
crazy.
You're out of trouble.
That's crazy. But the reason why I said there's no emission standards over there because you see a lot of cars and stuff. Their fucking exhaust pipe just smoking like a motherfucker.
That's them jeepneys, man.
It's where?
That's a jeepneys.
Yeah, that's my point though. You can't smoke on the street, but you allow all this smoke into the air though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's real crazy. But that's one of them things you scratch your head on saying, what's up with that? You're more strict with smokers than you are with the emission standards.
Well, Willard said he couldn't go here because he got to have his herb. Let me tell you, man, I was in Subic Bay one time. I stayed at this resort with this girl on the bay there, and I got a bottle of Jack Daniels and drank that sucker that night. And I woke up and it was like 5 till 12. Check out at 12. I was like, fuck. So I jump on the scooter. I'm out of there. And in Manila, you can split the lanes, go between the cars, ride the stripe up to the light and take off first. I did that at Subic. And there was this cop standing there. And he like, hoy, 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 and pointed across the street, told me to pull in this gas station. So I drove over there and I pulled in. And I had a full face helmet on with a shield. And I was talking to him, showed him my license and everything. Then I took my helmet off because I was having a problem hearing him. He said, oh, you're drunk. You're drunk. I said, what the hell are you talking about? I just left the hotel, man. I drank last night. I didn't tell him last night. It was only about 2 hours ago. And he said, you got to talk to my sergeant across the street, little hut on the corner. So I rode my motorcycle, drunk, as he says, across 2 lanes going each way to get over there to his sergeant. And I sat there and talked to the sergeant a little bit in a little plastic chair by his little hut. And I was smoking a cigarette. And he said, well, we're going to have to write you a ticket. You got to go down here and take a left, go down there and take a right, and go down here and take another left. And second coconut, take a right. I said, man, how much is this fine? He said, 1,500, and it's got a long line to pay. I said, man, I'll never find that place. I said, what about 1,000 right now, and I get out of here and you forget the paperwork. He said, okay. So,
hey, corruption is everywhere. When you're poor,
oh yeah.
When you're poor, money talks very easily. Trust me.
Well, when you need it, corruption's good.
There you go. Very good.
I want to bring up, Gary, I want to bring up a topic that perhaps you're not aware of.
What's that?
TikTok. There's a lot of young girls here that are into TikTok.
Right. TikTok.
Are you aware of that TikTok thing?
I'm on TikTok myself.
That dancing thing.
I don't do the dancing thing, but I do TikTok though.
No, I'm not talking about you, your mother.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about what is actually going on in the Philippines at the moment, especially here in Omog. I sat there. I sat there yesterday during the storm, and I watched a sex predator. I watched them again the same day today. I went down for my lunch, and I decided to stay over a little bit longer, have a little few more beers, and yeah, this guy, this guy modus operandi was he was obviously working, looking for sex, and I brought it to the notice of the establishment. I said, you know that guy's working he's working the boulevard there. And
Well, Master, question. When you say working the boulevard, are he a prostitute himself, or are he looking for somebody? Are you looking for a prostitute?
no, this guy is approaching underage girls
Oh, okay, all
who
right.
are
That's what I'm saying.
what's
Yeah.
happening what's happening on social media at the moment is there's lots of happenings going here in the Philippines with TikTok, where these young girls, they're doing this dance routine, and they have a guy, and I know he's grooming them. Well, he's grooming one of them.
Well, he heard GD. He heard GD's coming over after Christmas. He got to have a supply for GD, you know.
You okay,
But
Andy? You okay?
no, I've got a. I travel on that fucking boat so many times that every time I travel across, I get a disease.
You kind of acting like GD right about now. Now you act like you can't breathe. Are you having a GD moment?
I'm having a little virus moment.
Oh, okay. Oh, Gwenny said, "Who's looking for sex, Andy?"
Who said that?
Gwenny said, "Who's looking for sex?"
Actually, I don't want to. I don't want to name the nationality, Granny. But I've been watching this guy for 2 days, and he's looking for underage sex.
Well, one thing with TikTok, because I'm on TikTok too, and even in America,
See
TikTok,
what,
Tik-
Gary? What happens is you have these promoters who get a gathering of young ladies, and they want to teach them about how to perform in front of a camera. And what they're doing is actually they don't these they can't even choreograph a simple routine.
well, let me say this right here. It kind of like what happened on YouTube a few years back in the Philippines when they had that Filipino American who came to the Philippines. And what he was doing, he was getting these underage girls. They was like 13, 12, 13 years old. And he would take them to Jollibees, take them to McDonald's. He'll just, be buying. So what he was doing was his followers
He was
would,
pimping them.
yeah, his followers would send him money to get the girls to wear certain types of clothes, to do certain things like dance, like you said, dance and stuff like that. So TikTok is basically doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing they were doing on YouTube. Now that Filipino American guy, he got busted. Actually, he got busted because he's in a hotel room with one of those girls. They was like
Underage girl.
he was actually in the room with them when they busted him, and
Yeah.
that's how they caught him. But that's what you're talking about, Andy. Is basically what they've been doing for years. They're using social media to exploit these young girls.
Yeah. I'm not talking about like foreigners. I'm talking about actual Filipinas.
No, this right here
Filipino.
was a Filipino. This right here was a Filipino American also. He was a
I'm not
Filipino.
talking about him
he was
being a
supposed-
Filipino American.
No, I
I'm
know.
talking about actually what's going on at the moment.
No, I understand what you're
Andy,
saying.
Andy,
Yes, sir.
he
Yes, sir.
he was born in the Philippines. He's married to a Filipina. He was a dentist, and he went to America worked as a dentist, and he got in trouble in California, so he came back to the Philippines, and then he was doing his pimp show, just make a little change. I'm sure they threw him some pocket money for hooking them guys up with them young girls when they came over.
Uh-huh.
But they caught him butt naked in a hotel with a minor,
Right.
and he was videotaping it. They put him in jail. And I've heard that he's out. But money opens doors.
That is true. So what you
I
think about social media?
feel at the moment that what's going on at the moment. You have these teachers who are doing this choreography for young kids, but they're actually zoning in on one child. And I saw it today. But the sad thing is, I witnessed it was a foreigner who zoomed in on the actual gameplay. Let's put it that way.
Well, be honest
And
with you.
I saw it happen.
Well, the thing about it is, though, a lot of those foreigners are the ones who's doing it the most. That's why a lot of them. Be honest with you, a lot of those foreigners, they go
paid.
for that purpose.
I saw the transaction between the foreigner and the Filipino. It was a guy. There was an exchange of money, and there was an exchange of introductions. Let's put it that way.
Let me ask you a question, Andy. How long you been living
Yes,
in the
sir.
Philippines? How long you been living in the Philippines?
14 years.
14 years. So in those 14 years, how often have you come across that situation?
I come across it very, very, very often.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So to the point where now it's like, it's a common thing. And that's why, and that's why
Gary, here's the kicker. I always reported to the staff. I actually point out to the staff. I say, you see what's going on over there? And the staff turn around and say, there's nothing I can do about it because they don't want to get involved with it.
Well, that's the problem with the culture. That's the Filipino culture. But at the same time, though, you have to understand a lot of those guys who come over there, a lot of those guys, those expats that come over there, and that's some of their purposes. They go over there and do exactly what you've been seeing. But it's kind of like, for instance, I'm gonna bring this name up again, Sunshine Shoulders. That's why he caught a lot of flack. Not because of underage girls, but because of what he was doing on his channel. He was promoting like beauty shows and stuff like that. And the way they took it was he was pretty much promoting these females for foreigners to come over and meet them, and he was saying that wasn't the purpose of it,
What?
but that's what they
no, Gary, are you serious about that? Sunshine, the guy, the black guy?
The black guy,
Yeah.
He was actually doing that?
He was doing like beauty shows and stuff, beauty contests and stuff on his channel.
He got called in by the BI. He had to go to the BI office and talk to them about it.
Yeah, because the way they looked at it was he was promoting, he was pimping them pretty much, and by having those shows on his channel, and those foreigners was pretty much, how foreigners are. They see a beautiful Filipino and they just lose their fucking minds. And he got called on the carpet for it. So, but that's why I say a lot of foreigners get that negative stigmatism put on them because of stuff like that and stuff like what you see. And so, and unfortunately, a lot of those guys who goes over there, like Jeff, that's what they're there for. And then, as a matter of fact, let's bring this back around to Jeff. Jeff, when he put that video out saying what he said about foreigners can go to the Philippines and they can have sex with a 12 or 13-year-old and ain't nothing you can do about it. When he made that video, he pretty much was promoting that crap. And that's why if he don't understand what he did, he's just an ignorant ass bastard. Because you don't fucking tell foreigners that you can go to the Philippines and have sex with 12 and 13-year-olds. You know,
He trying to start a tourist business.
right?
That is
He gonna sell seats on the bus.
That is actually going on at the moment. I witnessed it today. Actually, I'll name the nationality. Norwegians. They are, and also, I shouldn't say this because I don't know if Vincent Tupp is going to come out and say, fuck you, I'm going to grass you up. Um, there's also this, what's one that they used to call it 5-6? You know, this loan sharking?
Yeah.
It's now called 5-8 because it's a 20% up on lending money.
Well, you got to understand also when you look when you see when you talking about sex, you talking about money, all they go hand in hand. And when you're in a country that's poor as the Philippines, you're gonna have all kind of schemes and scams and people being taken advantage of because they need money. So when you're talking about sex, they're gonna promote their sex business. When you talking about giving loans, they're gonna take advantage of the poor. Matter of fact, they take advantage of the poor in America like that with these payday loans. Same thing. You pay this outrageous interest rate on these payday loans, and the same thing in the Philippines. You're taking advantage of the poor. So all of it goes back to the same thing. It's just people being taken advantage of.
You know who a big financier of those payday loans are, Gary?
We're talking about Indians, fan.
They're Mormons. In America, those payday loans, a big percentage of the financing are Mormons.
Indians reservations too.
Well, I only reservations I go to in America got casinos.
Well, a lot of those payday loans online, they're owned by Indian reservations.
Indians, I'm not talking about Indian, American Indian. I'm talking about Indian.
Yeah, Asian Indians. Yeah, but the thing about it is, but they go to the Philippines and they take advantage of the poor people. Yeah, that's the only thing they do. They take advantage of poor people, and like I said, all that goes hand in hand. When you live in a poor country like the Philippines, it's very easy to take advantage of people because they need money and they want it bad. So they do anything. Like you said, you seen this guy standing on the street corner, pretty much pimping out young girls to foreigners because he knows those young girls and that young girl family need money. So it's very easy to entice them to do what they do for the money. And when you talk about those payday loans, it's like somebody need money now. It's very easy to say, well, 5-8 or 5-6, 5-8, you need the money bad. You're not going to think about the interest rate on it. You're just going to say, give it to me because you need the money right now.
Damn. Now I know why I never get hit on, Gary. Because I'm a poor, broke ass cono. I ain't got no money.
They're not looking for you, Van. They don't want you, Van. They want the people.
Hell no. They get enough dried fish and salted fish. They don't need me.
Well, the thing about it is, though, it's sad all the way around that foreigners go to the Philippines and they take advantage of the Filipino people. And it's to the point where it's like, it's disgusting. And honestly, I don't feel sorry for no one who get caught up over there. I don't feel sorry for none of them because they went over there and they knew exactly what the deal was. They go over there like the ones go over there broke. They become homeless. It's like, why you go anywhere you have no income? But then you got to beg your way through life because you have no income. You're in a foreign country, and all of a sudden now you're stranded. You have no food, no place to stay, or you come there with a lot of money and you start throwing your money around, trying to impress the Filipinos, and next thing you know, you're broke because you just did too much.
A weekend millionaire.
Yeah, right. And it's sad that you go there, you don't have a plan. A lot of those people don't have plans when they go there. They just go there because they think it's cheap. I can live off $400 or $500 a month, and I'm all set. But then when that money runs out, it's like, what am I gonna do now?
You're not even going to eat on $400 or $500 a month. much less live in a house.
Well, see what it is. A lot of people, like, sometimes we have conversations here, and somebody might say you can find a house, a 2-bedroom house for $250. All right, so they think, all right, I can go over there with $500. I got a place to live every month because I got at least $500. I can pay my rent at least. But then they forget about the food. They forget about the cost of just living. Period. You know.
Well, Gary,
Then they go get.
I got a 2-bedroom that's got a concrete fence about 3.5, 4 feet high. The rest of it's got them metal spikes on the top of it. All the way around, all the outside is tiled. The whole house is tiled. It's 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and I pay 200 or 10,000 pesos, which really is like 180 now.
180.
Yeah, and I don't plan on moving.
And see, that's what I'm saying. See, if somebody hear you say, "Oh, I'm only paying 180," then they know $500. Shit, I take my $500 a month. I can go over there and live over there and live like a king for $500. You know what I'm saying? And then they get over there and they fail to realize it's not just the rent you have to pay. It's a lot of then you got the ones who want to go to Angela City. They want to go out and spend money on the Filipinas, and they forget that they're on a budget. But the only thing they're thinking about their little wee, and they just want to indulge. And then the next thing you know, they're broke, they're begging, and they need help. You know, they're begging the embassy for help. They're begging this person for help. They're begging that person for help. And it's like, no, you did this to yourself. You should have a plan. You never go to another country without having a plan. No matter if you're going to be there for 2 days, 3 days, or you're going to be there for fucking years. Always have a plan when you go somewhere. Always have a plan.
Always have a plan to have a little towel, because the beggar's going to come up and ask you for 100 pesos for 4 of them.
Well, this
Then
is
you got what you got to do is you have to deal with. I don't want 4. I want 1. So I'll give you 20. I'll give you 25 pesos.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm telling you this right here. If I had to choose between giving money to a foreigner or a local, I'm gonna give to the local before I give to a foreigner. And the reason why, because that foreigner should have known better. This is not his country. He should have planned out. He should have had money. So why would I give money to him instead of giving it to the local? I'm giving it to
really. He could have stayed in America and ate at the homeless kitchen or the church, or went to the food bank and got free food. He got ways to live in America anyway. Over here, forget that, dude. You might walk by and pick up a pineapple off the plant, or a papaya or something, coconut, but you ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. Ain't nothing free here, buddy.
Right, and they don't have that. They don't have too much of a social welfare system where it's a safety net.
Gary.
What?
We have Mayan Sulu Sea Gypsy landing on this island on Leyte.
What is that?
The Bajiao.
Yeah, these are people who they can't survive on the sea anymore.
They live on the sea, man. They build houses on stilts, and they've lived on the sea for over 100 years, and they fish all the time, and their body has changed so they can go underwater and stay underwater for like 8 minutes. Yeah. Their body has physically altered to allow them to do that. They've lived on the ocean so long.
Well, what's happened at the moment, Van, is there's a big influx of these people that have come on board, have come ashore, and what they're doing is they're selling towels like that, you know?
Yeah, towels, pearls, things like that. It's Christmas time.
All no, it's not. It's fucking year round. It's the children are undocumented. You could say but they are recognized as Filipino people. But they don't go to school, and what they do is they go out and they try to flood this for 100 pesos every day, I dealt with it. I dealt with
So
it
so
about 3 days
so
ago.
so what you're saying is they're coming onto the mainland, and
They're
they're actually
coming. They're
and they
coming
have
on the
also
mainland because they can't survive on the sea.
right. All right. I'm a little lost, but so what I'm trying to say is because you kind of changed the whole subject on me now, and you kind of
No,
changed.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying what's happening with the Philippine people.
No, but what I'm saying, we were talking about something totally different, and you kind of switched on me there. You talking about them coming from off the sea and into onto the mainland.
Yeah,
What I was trying to say was there's no really no social safety net in the Philippines for
that
the poor.
that's what I'm saying. These people are they've come ashore. They are undocumented, but they are not recognized as. They don't have a social security number, or they're out there flogging fucking shit like that.
Well,
They're countryless. They have no country.
they have
They
no country.
they're nomads, but they are recognized as a Filipina or Filipino.
Think about it is if they have no country, they're not citizen of the Philippines. So how can you be
They
recognized?
are
How can you
they're
be
rec
how can you be
they're
recognized?
recon
How can you be recognized when you're not a citizen?
Well, because they live right off of like a lot of them, I think, live off of like Davao, down off Davao, off Mindanao down there, and
and they
they just they just use their little boat and go up and hit the shore and take off, man. Don't
Van,
nobody bother
Van,
them.
Van, they live under the bridge here now.
So when he said they are indigenous people coming from different tribes. So basically, they're indigenous to the Philippines. So basically, I guess they would be considered like Indians in America.
Well, they have no paperwork. They don't exist. They don't have.
They're
They just got
absolutely
no birth
undocumented.
certificate, no SS, no social security numbers. They weren't born in a hospital. They're born on the ocean. I mean, they don't exist. There's no paper trail to them whatsoever.
Absolutely, Van,
Well,
you're
it
correct.
makes sense when you live in a third world country like that. It makes sense because, like I said, it kind of like indigenous people to America when they first started up this country. People, Indians wasn't recognized as citizens. Indians didn't have paperwork, and you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like the same thing, but it's in a third world country, so it's similar. You know, you know, it's similar. It's a similar situation.
I saw one old lady, about the old lady, and she had two kids with her. And I was at McDonald's, and they were across the street, and she's sitting there, with her hand out. She's sitting on the pavement or sidewalk with her hand out, and them little kids running all around her. And I was like, damn, man. And I figured out who they were right away. So I bought a couple of Happy Meals and went across the street and handed it to them little kids and just walked off, man. It's probably the only time they ate that day.
Well, like I say, and that's why I say before I give anything to a foreigner, I would give it to a local. I would never ever give to a foreigner first, never. And like I said, because they control their own destiny. A lot of these people who live local, they don't control their own destiny. They have no choice in what they're doing with their lives, and it's sad, but it's true. And then when you got a lot of foreigners going over there taking advantage of the situation, it's even worse. I seen videos where you got foreigners go over there and they insult the Filipino people. They're being rude. They think that they are more than what they are, and they look down upon. How can you go to a country and look down on the people in their own country? That's crazy to me. I think it's ridiculous. Any foreigner who goes somewhere and look down on another group of people and you're in their country, you should be deported immediately. It should be against the law. It really
Like I
should.
said, Gary, they look down on me because I'm a broke ass poor econo.
Well, they have the right to look down on you because you're not a native. You're a guest, But if you were looking down on them, it'll be different. It'll be totally different. And it's to the point where it's like, come on, man. You make the choice of going to the Philippines. If you don't like the Philippines, take your passport, gather your shit, and leave the country. Just leave the country. If you don't fucking like the environment, you have that right, you know, but being there and not liking the situation, you make that choice. So why not just deal with the situation? You know, the laws are different. The culture is different. Everything is going to be different. The food, the drink, the beer, everything is different. You know,
Yeah, the beer's cheaper.
right. So it's to the point where you have to understand that. But a lot of these foreigners, they go to these foreign countries and they act like ass. They are like that's true ass. And it's like, why? You are in someone else's country. They're not in your country. Then what get me about Americans? This is what get me about Americans. Because I have seen this several times. Americans would treat foreigners who come to America like shit. They'll say you don't belong here. If you don't like it, get the hell on. But the same ones who say that, they go to other countries and say the same shit to them in their own country. And it's like, hold on. How can you go to someone else's country, tell them if they don't like it? Just fuck you. I don't care if you don't like it.
See, Gary, the loophole here is you have foreigners coming here who will take advantage of the poor. And like I said about these Mayan Sulu, sorry?
Go ahead. I'll talk now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Mayan Sulu who recently arrived on shore with children, and they are selling these towels. And we have foreigners here taking advantage of those children. And I actually saw it today.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. And the sad thing about it is,
I'm not talking about Philippine people. I'm talking about foreigners coming here taking advantage of the situation.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about foreigners going to the Philippines and taking advantage of the Filipino people. And the thing about it is, the sad thing about it is, it's been going on forever. It's going on forever. This is nothing new. The culture has been this way for a long time, with expats going into the Philippines, going to Asia, period, and just taking advantage of the people because they feel like they're poor and they have no other choice but to accept what they can get. And that's how they've been taken advantage of, which is sad. And that's why I'm saying all those people who doing that, they need to be dealt with. The ones that going over there and being
what's happening is the people that if I make a mention of that, it's the individual, it's the people who've come ashore, and I point out that that foreigner is taking advantage of an onshore disadvantaged person. The Philippine people will not do anything about it because it's not their.
Well, you got to realize you also living in a corrupt environment. Like Van said, he got pulled over and they wanted him to pay a $1,500 fine. Go somewhere and pay a fine, and the only thing he had to do is, well, I'll give you 1,000 pesos to make it go away. So a lot of these people, they are corrupt and they just turn the blind eye to all everything that goes on around them. And that's also what's going on. And that's also why a lot of foreigners are getting away with what they get away with, because the Filipino people, a lot of them are turning a blind eye to all this nonsense that goes on around them. So
that is correct. That is correct.
But the thing about it is, the ones that are doing this, they're making you look bad as a foreigner who lived there. Anytime a foreigner do something, it reflects on you. And it's good in a way that you did what you did by bringing attention to the locals of what this man was doing. Because basically, look at you. Because basically, you got to understand, the perception of foreigners going to Asia is one big perception, that y'all going there to mess with underage girls.
Well, Gary, Andy pointed that guy out to the locals, and the local was like, "Well, ain't nothing I can do about it." That's the attitude, man. He's out there every day. Probably been out there every day for the last month doing the same thing. And they don't want nothing to do with it. Ain't their business. Okay, see ya. They don't want nothing to do with it.
Popeye wants to give a detailed example of how an expat takes advantage of Filipino people. Popeye, I'm not going to answer that question. If you don't know the answer to that, now, like I said, I'm not sure how long you've been following this channel or been following the Filipino community, this sector of YouTube. But if you've been following this sector for a while, you should know how foreigners are taking advantage of.
Hey, man, Popeye hadn't been. He was in Subic Bay back in the, I don't know, late 70s, 80s. He ain't been back.
What does that mother want? Give a detailed example?
Yeah, give him a detailed example.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Well, actually, Popeye, if you're listening to Andy, he just gave you a detailed example of how they were being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, come down and sit beside me and watch what's going on.
Oh, you know the answer. Oh, you know the answer already. You just want me to say it. Oh, there's several different types of answers. It's not just one answer.
Hey, Popeye. I know they don't really teach you a lot in the Navy, but the difference between HERE and HEAR is like here and here with your ear. That's a different spelling and different meaning per spelling.
But I think he's just trolling though. That's a troll. I'm gonna say that's a
troll.
Oh man,
that's Allo de Winters. That's Allo de Winters' friend. He rags the palm tree dude, old Frank Bagley or whatever. Barry Toothless Barry, the meth head from Mississippi. Him and Frank, they go at it, and Popeye he'll put on live Frank crying about this and that. You know, that's his channel.
Ricky just wrapped it up. He said, "Go eat spinach."
Oh, so you know Popeye. Well, Andy, your boy back today. Your troll is back today. Andy, if you remember,
which motherfucker?
First one to call GD me out for promoting child abuse and follow through, reporting him to the authorities here in Australia 4 years ago.
What happened with it, Vincent? Did he do any time on it?
What became of that report there, Vincent? I'm just asking questions. Well, I didn't know Van knew you, Popeye. So Van knows you, so he knows who you are. So
Popeye been around a long time.
See, Van gets around this Filipino community on the YouTube.
Hey, so. Popeye. He's just asking.
Van being places I have never thought about going to.
Hell, you ought to go to Mexico with me.
Oh my God! But seriously, that's a serious topic that Andy, that you brought up, and unfortunately, it's not going to end. It's not going to end until, like you said, you told the locals, and the locals pretty much saying that they can do until the locals start doing more. It's not going to end.
No, they don't do nothing.
Yeah, it's
They
not going to
don't do nothing.
And that's the sad thing about it, that they're allowing their youth, their kids, their children to be, taken
abused,
like that. So
well, Popeye, he wants a detailed example of how expats take advantage of Filipino people. Okay, let's talk about a maid. They pay a maid minimal, very minimal, maybe $5 a day. Okay, and they give them one Pandasol and some water for a break. That I would say is probably taking advantage of the Filipino.
Or you could be like Jeff's friend, who goes and hire 10 different maids in 10 different months and just become a sex pack.
And probably don't pay them at the end of the month.
So Popeye, you need to go talk to your friend Jeff over there about who you hang out with.
Well, Popeye, tell Aloe I'm still waiting on my beer, and I don't want it delivered by a grab either.
It's Van. It's 11:30. You won't get a beer now.
I didn't say tonight. I've been waiting for a year and a half or 2 years for that beer, and Aloe ain't give it to me yet.
Popeye, you see,
Well,
I've seen that happen.
I can always go where I am at the moment. I can always slip down to 7-Eleven.
So
I
Andy,
can send 10 to the Alpha Mart.
Open
Andy, how long you
24
gonna be in the
hours.
hotel? How long you gonna be there in the hotel?
Gary,
Till it
what do
gets
you say?
laid.
How long you gonna be there in the hotel?
Until another, I guess, another week.
Another week?
Yeah.
But because of the typhoon?
No.
Okay. I would have said that. I thought you were there for the typhoon.
I got
Good
a
day,
job.
Griff.
I got a job on here.
Oh, you working? Oh, okay, you working? I got you. All right, I got you.
Gary, I'm a working man.
Okay. No, I thought yesterday
Hey.
you was in the hotel because of the typhoon. That's why.
Andy,
No. I got
does that corner
stuck.
does that corner have much traffic on it, Andy? Or you making rice, brother?
Andy also was the one who exposed
Fan, you know I live on Mactan, but I come to Ormoc, and I have a little place up there in Kananga.
You love shack up in the hills.
Hey, Andy, when he said another week, I guess she want to know you're gonna be there for another week.
Who wants to know?
Gwenny.
Hang on, is Gwenny making a little? She want to have a look at me?
I don't know. You need to ask her that.
Hey, Gwenny, I can buy you dinner.
Watch out, Gwenny. Watch out.
Yeah, no, this is not a sexual advance here, Gwenny. I can buy you dinner and have a little conversation, and we can talk about Gary and his racial problems.
Popeye, no, that's not usual subject here. The usual subject here is a guy, GD Mead, an Australian. He calls himself a foreigner telling the truth in the Philippines, and he's in Australia. And he don't know the truth. If he told the truth, he would puke.
I'm trying to figure out. He said, "Do we ever talk about how Filipinos take advantage of expats?" Well, this is my thing. If you know they take advantage of you, why you deal with them? Because what Van say? Van say you send your girl right instead of you going right?
Yeah,
you know, when you go, so it's obvious.
Anything I buy has a price on the wherever it's at. If it's in the grocery store, if it's in the Alpha Mart or the 7-Eleven, it's got a price right there what it costs. Now, if I go to the market, they'll charge me 50% more for whatever I want, and I just tell 10 what I want, hand her the cash, and she takes off. and let me tell you, that girl, she'll chew them down. She's a mountain girl. She's no, that's that's too much. Like one time, man, they wanted 100 pesos for 3 pineapples. Shit, 10 walked off with 4 pineapples for 100 pesos. She don't, and she goes and buys shrimp, and they want 600 pesos for a kilo. She 10 to get it for about 500 a kilo.
Well, Popeye, think about the two sides of the story. Just right here, you have a choice in the matter because you can just up and leave if you feel like you've been taken advantage of. But if these people are poor and you go on over to taking advantage of them, they don't have a choice. They're trying to survive. That's the difference. One is survival. The other one is a choice because you don't have to be in the country. So you choose to be taken advantage of. That's my opinion on that.
Yeah, Popeye, that's like being a poor black child in Mississippi, born in the swamp, doing meth all the time. You can't leave. You're stuck.
Stuck like Chuck. You right.
Yeah. Then you come to the Philippines and you get a free room. It's a PI concentration camp, like old Barry.
Very
Popeye's
split hell, huh?
Popeye's saying is there's two sides to a coin. So what's the
Yes,
point?
it's two sides to a coin, but one of those sides you have no choice but to be on that side. So the other side you have a choice. So that's the difference. But nah, though, Popeye, come on, Popeye, you know better than that, man. You know damn well.
Yeah.
You know you can't. You know the old saying goes, you can't take advantage of
this channel?
Huh?
I think Popeye's trolling the channel.
No, Van knows him. Van say he knows him.
Nah, he just ain't never been here. I don't think. If he has, he ain't said nothing.
Yeah, I never noticed him. I just haven't never noticed him.
But he been doing the YouTube thing for years, man.
Okay, Popeye, I accept.
Well, Van, you sound like you got the GD syndrome also this morning.
Hell, I'm worse off than GD is. I'm gonna probably die before he does.
Oh my God! But my buddy won't come over here and visit us anymore though. I don't know why. You know he's lonely over there in his dungeon. You know he can come over.
You're talking about that idiot in with the little mini train set that he's got.
The mini train set.
Damn, what you been drinking, Andy?
The Heineken. He got a deuce. That's a deuce, right, Andy? That's
I'm doing that at the moment.
Oh, San Miguel.
Yeah, that GDB has a little miniature train track.
And that's true too, Trent. Yeah, I understand a lot of foreigners go over there. But the ones you're talking about are the ones that really are there for good intentions, though. They're not there for bad intentions. So that's a difference, though. There's a difference than foreigners going there. They got investments there. They got kids there. So that's totally different than talking about the scumbags who are there just to be a leech on the Filipino culture.
Why are you talking bad about me, Gary? I'll take that personal, man.
Nah, Gwenny, your boy Andy, he only drank Heinekens and San Miguel, I believe. He don't drink Red Horse. That's Van's drink.
I ride the pony before I rodeo, baby, every time.
Oh, yeah, Gwenny, I do Red Horse from when I run out.
Well, when you run out, it's the last option, huh? Last option.
That's how it all works here.
And then wrong with that. How much is a can of Heineken there anyway?
A Heineken?
What?
Heineken, the 22, the one you were drinking yesterday, 22 ounce. Was that a 22 ounce yesterday?
16. That's a 16.
No, I'm talking about the Heineken he was drinking. That was a bigger can.
No, it's a 16. I ain't seen anything bigger than a 16.
That can he had yesterday might have been a 22. It was a tall can. When they're tall,
they're skinny. They're skinnier here, but they're tall. And the biggest I've seen here is a 16.
Oh, so 16. So how much is 16?
It's about 500 milliliters.
What is the price?
I think if I go to SM, it is about 75.
75 pesos?
Yeah.
That's $1.50 US.
But if I go to 7-Eleven, it's a little bit more.
$1.50 for 16 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, about right. Yeah, about the same price here. Because you can get a 22 ounce here for like.
Gary, I don't ask the price. I just fucking pay the money.
Well, we know you're rich, Andy. So rich people don't worry about prices. They just throw the money. See, if I had it like you, Andy, I'd be the same way. I come.
It's all
Gary, Andy's in the right business. He got in something that everybody uses.
A toilet.
Everybody got to have a toilet. He got a steady flow of customers. Okay.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
As long as
and,
you make a living.
man, you never guess why I'm here on Omaha. You know those,
Popeye,
you know those,
if
you
you
know
want
those ferry
to,
boats that are coming in.
Popeye, if you want to come up, go to the top of the chat, and there's the link at the top of the chat.
Man,
What's that? What's that, Andy?
You know the boats that are coming in here,
Yeah.
and I've got a little
So you putting
feeler
toilets in the boats?
into putting a bidet on one of those motherfuckers.
They won't know how to use it, man. They'll be going in there with their cup and filling it up with water. Look, they got a water fountain on this boat.
So in other words, your business is doing pretty good in the Philippines, huh, Andy? Doing good for yourself, huh?
It's so. I won't say it's great. It is survivable.
It's steady.
I could do business here.
It's steady work.
Gary, everybody who eats needs one. Okay, so it ain't gonna go away no time soon.
If
That
you
is
eat, you eat. If you shit, you shit.
what are your prices like?
For the boat.
For just a normal install of one of those toilets?
Let's not go down that road because I have a little fucker in there. He's very inquisitive.
Who is that, Vincent?
The midget, yeah. I mean the leprechaun.
What's up, Popeye?
Hey, how you doing, riders?
I'm
Hey,
good.
look, I know what you're talking about when you say they're taking advantage of poor people, but I say let's put it into context here. Not all the people of Philippines are poor. Okay.
Well, we are.
That's right.
That's
All right. Let's put it in the proper. I know exactly what you're talking about, but
Popeye,
you got to look at.
Popeye, let me shut you up for a minute. You say not all of the people are in the Philippines are poor.
No, I'm not saying that.
Fucking 98% of them are.
Yeah, but it's at 2%. It's got stacks.
Everything doesn't have to be an argument, man. Okay, and
No,
you are right.
I just want to correct you.
Can I finish? Thank you.
Okay.
Not all are poor, and yes, you are correct. There are expats that go to Philippines and take advantage of poor people. Okay? All I'm saying is be fair and balanced, because a lot of expats get taken advantage of, not by poor people, but by the businesses, the Filipino government. Okay, and I've seen it happen firsthand. Okay, so all I'm saying is be fair and balanced and talk about both sides of the coin. That's all I'm saying.
Can I ask you a question, Popeye?
Yeah.
All right, you saying that the government, some of the businesses take advantage of expats, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that those expats have a choice to either let themselves be taken advantage of or leave the country?
Just because you have a choice doesn't mean it should happen to you.
Well, when you're dealing with people who thinks that Westerners have more money than them, they tend to want to take advantage of you.
And that culture has been going on since forever. Okay?
And that's my point. It's been going on forever, but at the same time, you have a choice.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
No, but my thing is you have a choice.
That.
But you have a choice in the matter, though. You have the choice or accepting what they're doing to you, or getting your passport, getting all your belongings, and move somewhere else. Who's going to treat you better? That's the choice you have. If you decide to stay there and put up with people taking advantage of you, it's on you at this point. It's on you. Or you can do other things like Van does. he let his girlfriend go into the stores and purchase all the items. Or,
Exactly. Yeah.
so
Now you're
Well,
actually talking about what I call the skin tax.
well, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
Now that's
Okay.
Gary. I let her go into like the market where it's not really a price established. Okay, you
Right.
go into like a Wilcox here, or an Alphamart or a 7-Eleven. The price is posted. They can't skin tax you.
What's up, Brian?
Now, truck drivers will try to skin tax you, but I got Panay with me all the time, and they don't even try that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. But my thing is, as an expat, a foreigner living in a country, you have the choice. Either you're going to accept them trying to scam you on a daily basis, or you're going to say, "Nah, fuck that. I'm going to go somewhere else where I can be treated fairly at." And that's what I'm saying. But when you in their country and you're taking advantage of them, they don't have a choice in the matter, because basically they're trying to survive. They're doing this for survival. And foreigners know that they're doing this for survival, so that's why they tend to do things to the locals, as in sex packs, or as in paying a maid or something like that. They might be underpaying them because they know these people are desperate for cash. So and that's why I'm saying there's a difference. There's a difference between the two. You can't equate both of them as being the same.
Yeah, and I look at a lot of expat channels that go around and they purposely go to these poor areas and they pull all kinds of shit. And I say to myself, what the hell are you doing that for? It's wrong. And what I'm trying to tell you is I agree with you, but as a human being, even though you're poor, you still have the option to fucking walk away.
I disagree with that. I totally disagree with that.
No, everybody has the option to walk away. I
I-
mean, and if you haven't learned, even if you're poor, fair to middling, or rich, to walk away when you should, then you're not a smart individual at all.
So let me ask you a question. So you're telling me that someone who's living in the slums of Manila, who don't have running water, who don't have
I don't
any
give a shit about their
no
condition because I didn't
hold
make it for them. They
but,
have the right
but
to walk
hold on.
away.
I let you talk.
They have the right to walk away too.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. So you're saying that these people who has nothing at all, some expat come along and say, well, you know what? I'll give you 1,000 pesos, or better yet, give you 500 pesos to do XYZ, knowing that this person haven't eaten in days because they have no money, nowhere to sleep. They just lived in the slums of Manila. You think that person have a choice in accepting that money or not?
Dude, they have the right to walk away, period.
But do you think they have a choice in that situation?
What are they accepting the money for?
For anything.
I mean, dude, all you're doing is turning when you come up with a solution like that they can't walk away, they're poor, they haven't eaten in days. Yeah, you're correct about that part, but you're just turning them into a friggin' victim.
No, they're not victim.
Just like the country turned them into a victim.
I heard stories.
They have to pay the price.
I
So
heard
you're
stories.
saying I have to pay the price for what the goddamn Filipino government has done? Wrong answer. Okay.
You
Gary,
You're a fucking
Gary,
man.
hold on one second.
Gary,
Hold on one second.
Gary,
One second.
Gary.
Hold on 1 second, and 1 second. I remember stories when the Navy base was in Subic Bay, when it was strong back in the 80s. I used to hear horror stories, how those sailors used to make those kids jump into some muddy lake or
Sewer river,
and go diving for shit just for coins, just
Now,
for little
see,
pennies.
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
no,
And it's to the point where
sailors didn't make them do that.
oh my God.
They did that on their own.
Have you ever been home? Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead. I'm gonna let Andy go. Go
It's
ahead. Andy.
always somebody else.
I've got a cutout
Okay.
because like this conversation has gone fucking badly.
No, it's not bad, and it's a good conversation. It's a real good conversation because Popeye is trying to say that these people have no choice, and it's to the point where I don't think Popeye has ever been hungry before. I don't think Popeye ever went several days without eating. I don't think Popeye ever had,
problem.
no way of making a living.
Thinking and you're assuming.
No. What I'm saying is anyone who has been in that predicament before will have.
Don't try to turn me into some.
Okay, I'll hang on a little more.
You don't know jack shit about.
Can we talk? Can we talk one at a time, please? I'm getting a headache.
Please don't get a headache, man. But what I'm saying is right here. Anyone who's been in that predicament before, they're going to have sympathy or empathy for those people. They're not going to have the same attitude that you're having, saying that, oh, they're victims. They're this, they're that.
No, I said you're turning them into a victim.
What's the difference?
There's a big difference.
So you don't think that they're victimized by their government?
I just said they were.
All right, then. So my thing is that
you're turning them into a bigger victim, holding them up as a prop, and sitting here virtue signaling.
Can I ask you a question? Are you in the Philippines? Are you in the Philippines?
No.
He's in Florida.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
No, see, that's the type of fucking thinking right there.
No. It's your way of thinking is what is.
Dude, I have a lot of experience with the Philippines. I spent 8 years living in Philippines, living out in town. And now here's the part where you say, well, it's changed. And here's the part where I say you're wrong, and it's never going to change. The culture's never going to change. The corrupt government is never going to change.
We're not even talking about that. We're talking about, we're going to get back to what we were talking about. We're talking about poor people being taken advantage of by expats, and you're saying they have a choice. That's what we're talking about right now. You're saying they have a choice. So you're saying that those people who's at the mercy of the government, even though the government might be corrupt, you cannot hold them accountable for what the government is doing. You have to look at
trying to hold the expat accountable for everything of what the government's doing.
No, I'm trying to hold expats accountable for what they're
banging on expats.
That's what I'm saying.
You're sitting here banging on expats, and you won't even turn the other side of the coin and look at the things that they have done.
Because you're not looking at
every goddamn story, and you know it.
No, you're not looking at it from the point of view where
you want to come out on your one-way street. You want to come out on your one-way street and say this is how it is, and that's it. And any other discussion about it is totally mute. Wrong answer. Okay, you know, sides to every story.
Like I said before, when you got a country, I'm gonna say 75% is in poverty. So don't sit here and tell me that expats don't go to the Philippines and take advantage of that, because they do. Every fucking day they do. So you can say all this shit you want to say, but expats go there.
They don't.
But that's my thing, and they don't have a choice. If I'm sitting here starving, hungry, and I haven't eaten in a week or two,
now you're playing the victim card again.
That's not the fucking victim card. That's expats.
That is the victim card.
Expats are going there taking advantage of the shit. It's not playing the victim. It's being that's
just
reality.
By you being in Philippines,
reality.
you're taking advantage
That's reality.
of the Philippine people.
That is reality.
Rate.
Popeye, shut the fuck up. You don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Look at your boy Andy here, fucking spreading 1,000 peso bills. You're taking advantage of the
Andy works. He has a business.
And he's got a family.
I'm taking advantage.
They're taking advantage of the peso
rate,
right?
My fucking money.
So are you any better than any other Filipino?
Excuse me?
Any other better? Are you better than any other expat? You're taking advantage, Andy. Got nice
he employs a bunch.
You know, he sells expats also. He's sells foreigners. So what are you
Papa, he employs a lot of locals. That allows them to have a place to live and food. He's not taking advantage of anybody.
Dude, when you guys learn to stop virtual signaling and playing the victim and have an honest, decent conversation about what's really
Gary,
going
get
on.
rid of that motherfucker. He
No,
don't know.
and no,
He don't even know what he's talking about.
we welcome all different opinions here. We welcome all different opinions here because we like to see people just like Popeye who are showing how ignorant they are when it comes to people in general. That's all this is. It's showing how ignorant people are. When you said that people,
And here we go with the ignorant and more victims.
when you say a person have a choice who haven't eaten,
like
who haven't eaten in weeks, and they have a choice, you think they really gonna choose not to eat for another week? Are you serious?
They could choose to move on to a better situation.
Oh my God.
Hey, Popeye, if you're going to move apartments, you got to have deposits, all this stuff. You can't just like, well, I don't like living here. I'm going to go over there and live. You know, they do here. They're squatters, but they move from nothing to nothing. You know, the world is full of victims.
So
Hey,
you talk so
Popeye,
eloquently
I don't
about
think you've
these
ever
poor,
traveled
poor
in your
people,
life.
and you're over there. What do you do to alleviate the situation? Do you do anything in your daily
Alleviate
life
what
to
situation?
alleviate
You mean to
their
say
Yeah, man, I pay for a Panay. I pay for a Panay to go to nursing school, a private nursing college. I pay rent. I pay rent for my Sour's parents because he has dialysis and cannot work. He didn't ask for it. He got it.
Van,
Okay, yeah, I do things to
I
change people's
alleviated
lives.
the fucking typhoon yesterday.
Dude,
I
I tell you what,
alleviate.
I'll give you an
I
option.
calmed the seas down.
I'll give
There
you
was
an
no
option.
fucking
Dad.
typhoon.
You want to do
I
something
alleviated
with
the
the
problem.
Filipino people? Go join the Pearl S. Buck Foundation.
What
Okay?
the fuck is he talking about?
Exactly, you ignorant piece of shit. You don't know. Right? Go join the Pearl S. Buck Foundation and go
What the
work
fuck
for
is
them,
that?
and
Is
you
that
can help
something
the
in
Filipino
China?
people out. If you care so much about the poor people, instead of getting up here, jacking your fucking jaw, go put something in action.
Well, Popeye, can I ask you how much do you send this foundation a month?
I send that foundation $500 a year.
A year. Okay, so
A
that's
year? A
40
year?
bucks.
A year?
40 bucks a month. I spent more than that to send one to nursing school, private nursing college.
And
That's just
you
one.
put one person
Right.
through nursing
Uh,
college.
Van,
You know,
don't say,
you know
don't
how
say
many
anymore.
hours $40
That
a month?
motherfucker's a wally.
Okay.
Here,
Do you know
here
how
you go.
many mouths
Here you
40
go.
bucks a month could feed?
Here you go. Have some of that.
You guys really know how to talk about the victims, but you don't do jack shit. You don't do a goddamn thing.
Who's the victim?
Now,
Sure.
I'm
I
saying,
wouldn't do
Popeye,
anything.
Popeye,
though.
I'm
Hold on,
some of
Popeye,
that.
I don't.
hold on a second.
You
boys.
Hold on a second.
you have no idea what I do. You're in no position to say that. I
But
don't
this
ever
is
say what I do, but I do a good bit. I
but
change
this,
a lot of people's lives in this country.
but this is my thing though. Who are the victims? Who are the victims?
Me,
Victims on both sides of the fence, but you're not willing to admit it.
So
Which side of the fence am
You're
I
just
on?
trying to tell me
Am
if
I
you
on
got
the
money
Vincent
in your
Tuff
pocket,
side
you
or
have the
the
option
Andy
to walk
Smith
away.
side?
But if you
so
have no money in your
Hello,
pocket,
buddy.
you don't have the option to
Why
walk
don't you
let me
fucking
ask you a
wipe
question. Let me
You
ask
your
you
got
a
this
question.
fucking
idiot
ass
to the right
and
who won't
shove
shut
the
up.
Hold on,
whole
hold on,
roll
Andy.
up your ass?
Hold on, Andy. Hold on. Pop, I'm asking you a question. Why did you leave the Philippines?
8
because
years
the ship took off.
I have family. I have friends here in the United States. I have grandchildren. That I
He's
have no
talking about
interest
the
in
Philippines.
being an
He's
expat.
talking about the
I asked you,
United
why did
States.
you leave? Why did you leave the
Talking about
Philippines?
the Philippines. The motherfucker has never been here.
Yeah,
Shut
he's been here. He been here. He was stationed at Subic Bay back in the 70s or 80s.
72? You motherfucking asshole.
So Popeye, did you live in the Philippines full time outside of the military?
No, he never lived in the Philippines. He lived on a
Well,
fucking
can I
ship.
answer the question?
He
Can
lived
you
on
get
a
that
fucking
hold on,
ship.
Andy. Hold on,
A
Andy.
carrier.
Andy,
hold on,
Andy, let him talk, Andy. I'm getting a headache.
Oh, and let me ask the question: did you ever live in the,
Okay.
in the Philippines outside the military?
Yes,
So how long?
4 years.
And why did you leave?
Because it was time to come home.
It was time to come home. That's the only reason why you left. It was time to come home.
That's it.
So you didn't get married to a Filipino?
I'm not here to discuss my personal life.
I'm just trying to get a little background on you, try to see where your mind's at, because basically you're saying that these people have no choice. So they have a choice.
You said they have no choice.
No,
I said they have a choice.
I just corrected myself. You saying they have a choice. So I'm just trying to figure out where your mind's at. You know why.
And then when you turn around and you say these people have no choice and they hear that, they'll agree with you and they'll stay and they'll just, their mindset will be, okay, I'm a victim, I'm gonna stay a victim.
So what you're saying, the people that lives in the slums of Manila, they have a choice to live that way or not.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So people who don't have schooling, people who don't have skills, or people who just living below the poverty line, they have a choice, according to you. Okay.
Every human being has free will.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Hell, you got to have a bachelor's degree to work at McDonald's here. How many got bachelor's degrees? Not a lot.
I'm just saying, especially when a good job, a good professional job, I think pays around 20,000 pesos a month. So, okay.
That's basically a call center. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, when you say these people have a choice. So what now?
Hey, Popeye, who the fuck is GD Meat?
I don't know who the fuck GD Meat is.
Well,
I don't
fuck off then.
Is GD.
Nah, Trent, you're wrong on that. You're wrong, Trent. No. You're wrong. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna guess, and I'm not asking who he voted for, but I'm gonna guess he voted for Donald Trump. He didn't vote for Biden.
No. He's riding with Biden and getting blowjobs from the main lady.
Nah, he riding with
When
Trump.
you start insulting and you start name calling, that's when you've lost the conversation.
Who calling you names?
Well then, Popeye,
I'm not calling you no
piss
name.
off.
I'm not
Why
calling
don't
you
you fuck off,
I
man?
just don't understand the mentality that you have, that these people have a choice when they don't have a choice. When somebody offered them 500 pesos when they haven't eaten anything, or they don't have anything in their pockets, and they haven't had anything in months in their pockets, and so some expat walks up to him and say, "Look, I'll give you 500 pesos to do XYZ," and they're in this situation where they need the money so bad that basically they have to take the 500 pesos. Bottom line, that's just the reality of the truth.
Gary, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go down to 7-Eleven.
Okay.
I gotta say sayonara.
All right.
Okay.
Andy. Take care, man. Appreciate you coming up.
Have fun, Andy.
See you next week.
All right,
You
Andy.
know, let me tell you about the hardcore fact of life there.
Please,
You got to eat a few shit sandwiches to get yourself out of that fucking poverty, period.
Okay.
Right? And you know, a lot of people have done it. And I've seen a lot of good Filipino people do it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
That's life. Okay. That's life. And the only part of your argument that I agree with is that, yeah, there are expats going over there and doing it. And you could talk about it till the cows come home, and they're still going to do it.
Well, this is my thing also. I see in America, with your argument in America, I can see that. All right.
Well, you're not living in America, so now
Oh,
you
back up,
really
back up.
can't
Let me
talk about
finish.
America,
Can I
okay?
finish? Let me
Right?
finish.
Like I'm not living in Philippines, so I can't
Can
talk
I
about
finish though?
Philippines.
You didn't let me finish. Let me
Yeah.
finish. I'm going to give you the comparison what I'm talking about. In America, I can see your way of thinking, and I can see, yeah, you can pull yourself up from the bottom in America because you got a lot of safety nets. You got a lot of programs that can help you pull yourself out of poverty in America. All right. There's a lot of programs out there. And that's the difference between America and the Philippines. In the Philippines, you don't have those type of programs. You don't have financial aid. You don't have all these different programs to help you pull yourself out of poverty like in America. And that's the biggest difference. So when you talk about people having a choice, they don't really have a choice because they don't have the opportunities like I have in America. They don't have programs to assist you with training and classes to take you to put you back in school to help you read.
And let me give you a
stuff
specific.
like that. So you talk about a whole different environment. That's the whole point.
Okay, let me give you a specific example. Manny Pacquiao. He came from nothing.
He's one of 130 million people.
Thank you, Van. I was going to say that too. Don't give me one example. Don't give me two. Don't give me 20 examples.
Let me finish saying what I have to say.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
All right. Now, he pulled himself out of abject poverty. And the way he did it was he realized that he had a choice. I'm just talking about one person, but one person made a big impact. That is why that guy is so loved. He has inspired many others to do it. Okay? And I'm not saying that poor Filipinos, are bad people. No, I'm not saying that at all. Right? All I'm telling you is they got a choice, but they have to make that choice. Right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And that culture in the Philippines very few times gets led to the water, right? Because of their culture. It's sad, but it's true. Right?
I'm gonna give you
Well, Papa, how much does a McDonald's worker make in America now? $20 an hour?
I have no idea. I don't eat McDonald's.
Well, it's a known fact. It's a known fact to make basically $20 an hour. Okay, especially California. Now, you don't even have to have a high school diploma to work at McDonald's in America. Here, they work at McDonald's. You got to have a bachelor's degree, which few people can afford to get a bachelor's degree, and they make maybe $5 or $6 a day. It's hard to pull yourself up. You know what I mean? That's a difficult road right there.
Never said it wasn't.
This is my thing. Also, when you use, all right, I'm gonna use an example similar to what you just said about one person pulling themselves up. Now, back in the 30s, I believe, there was a black millionaire. There was a couple, I said about one or two black millionaires in the 30s. All right. They made it big. But at the same time, they was the exception to the rule. Because there was millions of black people who was living in poverty. So you're telling me because one or two was able to make it out, everybody should be able to make it out.
Yeah, everybody can make it out. And let me tell you about your exception that you're Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me answer your question.
Go ahead.
And in the 30s, you tell me there was one black man that was a millionaire.
Just one or two, yeah.
Well, one or two.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what those two black men did, and even others before him, inspired others. How many black men are millionaires now in the United States?
But now it's different though. The culture is different. The government is different.
Right.
Everything is different. So what I'm saying is, my thing is, just because you got one or two who makes it doesn't mean everybody can make it. All right.
See, you missed my point.
No, I didn't miss your
Well,
point.
one or two were inspirations for
You're talking
others.
about inspirations, but at the same time, though, you got to realize when things change, when the government change, people change.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, they are at a disadvantage because the government is not supporting them the way they should.
Writers, I honestly think you're a really good person and you come from the heart of what you say. All right. So I'm going to give you this. I really want you later on, after you get off your live, I want you to look up the Pearl S. Buck Foundation. I've been given to them since 1980.
Pearl S. Buck Foundation?
Yes.
Buck?
Pearl S. Buck. B-U-C-K.
I thought you were saying Buck. Pearl S. Buck Foundation.
Out the gutter, man.
Hell, I'll throw them 50 shit.
And I want you to look up that foundation, and they have one of their offices there on the island of Luzon. Okay, and they send out satellites down to all the way far as Cebu, Mindanao, Bohol, all those other places. And they put children through school. They feed children. They give children supplies. They are an honest, upfront organization. And I worked for them in the late 80s while I was in the military at the time. Okay. And I would go off and do all kinds of projects. And everything that they do for the Filipino people is to inspire and to give them a hand up, not a handout.
Like I said before,
you're up here talking about it. I want you to.
This is my thing, though. There's plenty of organizations in the Philippines who are helping people with school and school equipment, computers, and all kind of things. Get them a hand up. There's a lot of people, but the thing about it is, they cannot reach everybody in the Philippines. But you still missing my point. But you're still missing my point,
everybody. You can't reach everybody all the time.
But you're still missing my point.
Be part of the solution instead of part of the problem.
But Popeye, you still missing my overall point. Way we started this conversation. The way we started this conversation was expats going to the Philippines, taking advantage of poor people.
Right.
That's how we started this conversation. All right. So we're not talking about giving people a hand up and a hand out. We're talking about expats who's going there intentionally taking advantage.
Okay. So what do you want to do? What do you want to do about the expats?
Hold on. It's not about what I want to do about it.
Now it's whoa.
I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point.
Something about it. Everybody could talk, right? Come on.
Listen, you're missing my point. I'm just making a point of how expats are doing this. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not part of the Filipino government. All right. There's nothing I can do about it. What I'm saying is everybody should be aware of what expats are doing. They're doing this.
Well, I must admit, I take advantage of 10 as often as I can.
So, and this is the whole thing about it. You took this whole conversation in another direction. The only thing I was trying to get across was,
well, conversations evolve, dude.
That's true, but we missed the whole point. Expats, we should be against people going to the Philippines, and using their
full circle with you, and I'll come right back to that point.
We should be outraged. We should be outraged when we see expats going to the Philippines, taking advantage of poor people because they know they're desperate for money and they're pretty much do almost anything for money. Like Andy said earlier, when Andy said he was sitting in that cafe and he witnessed a Filipino and a foreigner doing a money exchange, to have sex with underage girls. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying.
So what can we do? What can we do to remedy that situation?
Start putting the light on those expats who are doing it. That's what you need to do.
And who are those expats? And let's get a light on them.
Like I said, Andy just said he witnessed and he tried to do something himself.
Okay.
But the problem with that was no one want to get involved. The regular Filipinos don't want to get involved. But
Ken, turn the light out, baby. Turn the light out quick.
That's the whole thing about it, though. The whole thing about the whole situation is it's up to expats to pretty much police other expats when they do that shit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, we got people like GD Meade who put videos out saying that it's okay to go to the Philippines and have sex with 12 and 13-year-olds. So expats like that, who I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that.
So you're holding up GD Meade as an example of doing this.
Yes, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about.
And promoting it. Okay.
Yes.
I could see now you're on the same path that I'm on. Okay.
That's all I was saying from the get-go.
All right. Now you're on the same path that I'm on.
That's all I'm saying.
And I want to tell you this. I don't care what your political views are for the United States, whether you're left, middle of the road, or right. Okay. Vote your conscience. And but I would never come on your show to talk about who you voted for, who you didn't. Okay.
Well, let me say this right quick about my channel, and the people on my channel. They know we really don't get into politics over here.
Yeah.
But if we do have a political conversation, it's all good still. You know the reason why? Because I'm gonna tell you a little about myself. I am a Democrat supporter, and I know majority of the people in my chat right now are Trump supporters. But that don't come between us.
That's good.
Because we can have an intelligent conversation and an adult conversation to the point where we're not going to sit here and fall out over politics.
Yeah.
Gary's still upset because all the illegals are getting the free mobile phones and the hood ain't getting them no more.
And Van,
but he'll still vote demo.
I have to say, that day you were on the live stream and you trolled the hell out of dipshit travel. Okay. That just made my day. Thank you very much. That was
awesome. I try to have fun every day.
Man, one thing I can say about Van, when he hit these panels, it's all about fun with him. And I can appreciate that.
And Van, I tell you, buddy, that guy is a prime example of somebody who likes to take advantage of the Filipino people in general, right there. Is that motherfucker right there. Because I troll that asshole. I troll Frank Battaglia. I troll the Hobgoblin. Okay. Do you know who the Hobgoblin is there, Expat Riders?
No, I don't know who that is. I don't really look at
Barry Jordan, man. He's a dude who overstayed.
Yeah.
He ain't got no teeth. He bummed money to get teeth, and then he bought whiskey with it instead of teeth.
The first thing I learned about Barry was he was locked up for being overstayed. Then someone started passing around the video. He was so disgusting that he actually had sex with a Filipino on video. So it was like, this dude is really disgusting.
Yeah, he is. He is very disgusting.
He's a meth head from southern Mississippi, man. He lived in the swamp. He's uneducated and ignorant.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, he's actually from Alabama, man.
Fuck you! I was born in Alabama.
Close enough. But guys, I hate to end this. I've been up here almost 2.5 hours. I gotta go.
I want to. Before you go, I want to thank you for letting me come up and
no problem.
argue the hell with you, man. It was awesome.
Anytime.
I really enjoyed it, man. And hey, have a good day, man.
Same to you, man. Like I said, anytime you want to come up and chat with us, man, on Sunday, hey, feel free, man. Feel free.
And tell Andy I'm sorry, but He's a little too emotional for me.
Nah, he's in the chat. He's in the chat now. He's still in the chat.
I'm not even reading the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat. He heard you. But no, it's all good though. You always walking up here when we have a conversation. You always can come up and chat with us. You know, it's all good. I appreciate you.
Guys, take care. Have a good one, man.
Same to you, man. Thank you, Popeye.
You're welcome.
Later, everybody. Good night or good afternoon, Griff.
Oh man. So let me say my goodbyes to everybody. Thank everybody for coming through again for another great Sunday show. I enjoyed it as usual. Like I say, if you didn't have everybody hit the poll for me. Have everybody taken the poll? Take the poll for me, please. Let me give you the final results of the poll. 44 people voted, and the top one was it's cheaper in Thailand, was at 43%. Immigration was the second reason everybody's leaving, the changing the laws. The third was too many expats in the Philippines was the third one. And the last one was country isn't friendly to expat, which was only had 9% out of the 44 people. So basically it's cheaper in Thailand, people are saying. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's what the people are saying. Also, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button on this video, please go and hit the thumbs up button for the brother. Brother, really appreciate it. If I can kind of help promote my video. So please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done that. But outside of that, I want to thank everybody for coming through. Great show. Thank you, Van. Thank you, Popeyes. And thank you, Andy, for coming up and chatting with me. I enjoyed the chat. Always enjoy the chat. Intelligent conversation with people with different opinions, but we all can respect one another. That's the most important thing of all. So with that said, I'm going to have to say it is time for me to say I'll say good night, but it's morning time here still.
Later.
All right, Van. Thank you, man.